And how does the X3 look like with an M Sport Pack? Or if you go for the M50, exactly like this. Here more blacked out. There's also the M Sport Pack Pro. Here all the way closed. M logo, black accentuations in the lower parts. Sporty look overall here once again with the illuminated kidney, which really looks cool when we are here under this bridge, protected from the rain. These are also 20-inch wheels in this M styling, so also a pretty cool look. And once again, this monolithic design here at the side profile, no contrasting wheel arches or whatever. Here we also have the frames here all the way blacked out. And also in the rear, it continues in a sportier way. And the Autogefühl fake exhaust police was successful because with the all-new BMW X3, there is either no visible exhaust, it's underneath. Only the sport model, the M50 here, gets the visible exhaust pipes, and they also have a function. And 1, 2, 3, 4, together with this strong diffuser style here in the lower parts. So tell me in the comments, would you go for an M50 model or would you rather go for the base look? And this here is the M50, the 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, the famous one, inline 6-cylinder by BMW. Almost 400 horsepower, a little bit below that, 4.6 seconds in the acceleration figure to 1 kilometers an hour, or 4.4 seconds to 60 miles an hour. It's also a mild hybrid system, so all the engines are coming with a mild hybrid system now. And then there's also the plug-in hybrid, of course. And where do you get your car from depends on the engine. The M50 is always built in Spartanburg in the US. If you go for a plug-in hybrid, you always get one from the Rosslyn plant in South Africa. If you go for a smaller petrol engine or for the diesel, it depends. Some are built there, some are there. Then you don't really know before from which plant do you get one actually. Here the door handles, flush, integrated, but you can still grab underneath and then they give you like a real feedback. Also decent door closing sounds. There we go. And then this is here the M50 model. Has a different darker interior styling than in this case. However, here it's all hardpack, so that's not my favorite, honestly. And mid-lighting integration is already here. You can see different colors. We'll also play around with that a little bit more. And here you can see this vent control here. This for this here actually, for this vent. So yeah, maybe a little bit over the top, I don't know. Then the steering wheel, this is here the M steering wheel. This is then with animal source. However, the base steering wheel, the animal-free one, not only because I like animals, I really have to say, this one here is harder. The base steering wheel is plusher, it feels softer, not only on the surface, but also underneath. It has like a thicker dampening. And then here, the seats, these are the Veganza seats, also a high-grade leatherette. The other model had the fabric seats with 100% recycling. And these ones are also very soft, they're also perforated. And both are actually good in comfort, and talk to Leah about that. So comfort-wise, I would prefer the fabric seats. Leah prefers here the leatherette seats, so it really depends on personal preference. These ones you can maybe wipe clean easier. The other ones have a better passive cooling, so it's all pro and con. And then the headroom here, by the way, also here, yeah, a lot of headroom left with 189. Although this one here is once again opened here with the panoramic roof. You have in general a darker atmosphere here than when you have the M Sport package, and here also with the dark dashboard and so on. But of course the main difference is the steering wheel between the base model and the M Sport Pack. And we have here the M button next to the cup holders, and we can of course here also change to the Sport mode, and you can see here this animation. There we go. Now Leah will show us the different ambient lightings when you have the custom settings. It does not work when you are in the sport mode, for example. You have to go to the personal mode, and then the vehicle allows you to individualize the ambient lighting color. Yeah, that's the Leah color.
What is your favorite color?
What did you say? Sorry, the microphone.
What is your favorite color?
Yeah.
Of course, Thomas Blue.
That's mine. Yeah,
that's mine.
And that's
oh,
Leah's.
That's so cute.
Now the M50. Let's accelerate it out. Woo! Oi. Smartphones are flying through through the vehicle here. Wow. Yeah, that is way more powerful acceleration than in the base model. Yeah, that's why I would go for the 3-liter 6-cylinder. And some rainy autobahn driving with the X3 M50, and what we immediately feel is here they did some additional measures here to stiffen up the vehicle, and there's also the adaptive M suspension, and how the base model drove with the adaptive suspension in the sport mode is here, so to speak, the base setting. And when we then go to the sport mode, then it's even stiffer. So then you feel every inch of the motorway, basically. It's not that bad when the road is even and flat and everything, but when there are some bumps, then the sport setting in the adaptive M suspension here in the M50, it's really stiff. But you really feel these gradually steps from comfort to sportiness here. So the M50 definitely, if you appreciate this base setting of sportiness, then want it even sportier on demand. And of course, this 3-liter 6-cylinder is a great engine, best engine that BMW got at the moment for many years. And even if you don't exceed it with the acceleration and so on, it's just feeling really comfy and nice as well when you keep it at low RPM. So even if you don't accelerate it out here in the motorway, it gives you also a sense of calmness, not only a sense of sportiness. Here, by the way, when you press and hold the set button, it's important for views from EU, then you can deactivate that speed limit warning. So sometimes when you're just exceeded by 1 kilometer an hour, then it doesn't beep all the time. So and here, by the way, the cruise control and everything actually works also quite well in the rain. So we can set it here on the left side of the steering wheel, then we can switch if it's just a normal cruise control or the assisted driving. And let's see, also in these harsh conditions here, keeping me then centralized in the lane. So far, so good. Of course, they use a mix of sensors, not only camera sensors. Big discussion, and if camera sensors are enough. The Tesla shows a very good result with camera sensors only. And again, with fog and so on, the other ultrasonic sensors and so on can make a lot of sense. Some more agile driving. Ooh, when you let go of the throttle, I looked over to you and I thought, yeah. So all the different things are just tuned in a more aggressive way here with the M50, definitely. So of course I have to be a little bit careful here because of the wet road, but it's hooking up quite well, of course, with these new tires. Good feeling in the corner, it doesn't lean at all. Nice acceleration out. The all-wheel drive is rear biased, so you always have more power than at the rear, for example. Yeah, and the handling, it's really nice. Wow. It's of course sound actuator, but it also sounds natural, you know. So a good job here, not exaggerated and doesn't sound pathetic or something like that. So wow, that like in the agile driving, handling feelings, the M60 is really cool. I like that. So if you want that one more spice of sportiness, that's definitely then the way to go for. So yeah, plus the 3-liter 6-cylinder. Just the price, you know. Yeah, in the US market, you might say, hey, the extra price is not that large, but in the European market, the extra price for an M60 is just nuts. So there you really have to think twice about that. And fuel economy, if you drive rather efficient, some 8 liters on 1 kilometers, 29 mpg US, 35 mpg UK, maybe a little bit worse. And which engine am I talking about? Rather in general about the X3 with a petrol engine, because my experience, and also comparing it with the sedan models, for example, where I've been driving the same engines, is it doesn't make the biggest difference if you go for the 2-liter 4-cylinder or the 3-liter 6-cylinder when you drive it the very same calm way, because the 6-cylinder you keep it at lower RPM and so on, and then they're not so much more fuel consuming. Maybe then this one here rather in the direction 8.5, and the other one maybe a little bit less. Maybe that's the biggest difference. Sometimes, for example, when you drive it even quicker, then the 6-cylinder can actually be more fuel efficient, because once again, in the same situations, it keeps it at lower RPM. but so that you get like a rough estimate. Interesting, by the way, that the mild hybrid technologies are in some cases the same, like the M50. If you go for the X320 or the X330, then they both also have mild hybrid system, so 48-volt board net. However, in the US, the Northern American version, there they use an ISG, so let's say like a less sophisticated mild hybrid system, whereas the mild hybrid system they use in Europe for the 20i is a little bit more powerful and can give you some more recuperation moments.